Right here. My boy John Root. Caitlin Clark has the worst whistle in the league.
But they allowed her that emotion.
This was a drive in right here. Was not called a foul. And wow, I got to tell you, it was on and popping in this game.
Even make a move to try to keep Burton off.
Caitlin crashed out on the refs. Right here. Right here. She lost it.
What if everything you've been told about Caitlin Clark's struggles this season has been completely backwards? What if the biggest story in the WNBA isn't about missed shots, tough defense, or rookie adjustments, but about something fans have been watching happen in plain sight? Roll the tape one more time. Watch Caitlin Clark's reaction. That wasn't the look of a player simply upset over a whistle. That was the look of someone who believed the game had stopped being fair. When Clark exploded at referee Goda Gatlin during the matchup against the Golden State Valkyries, it felt like far more than frustration boiling over. It looked like a breaking point. For months, fans have been told, it's just physical basketball. She has to adapt. But after Clark took a shot to the quad, was left limping, and then appeared to be told she initiated the contact, that explanation became harder and harder to accept. Suddenly, the conversation wasn't just about officiating. It was about whether the league's biggest superstar was being protected at all. And while that debate kept getting louder, another question started echoing across the basketball world. Where was head coach Stephanie White? As a former player, she understands exactly how brutal this league can be. So why did it seem like her franchise cornerstone was taking hit after hit without a massive public response? That's where this story takes an even more surprising turn. Check this out.
This league is ridiculous. Caitlin Clark can't get a foul call to save her damn life. She's getting knocked out of the air. All types of stuff. All types of stuff. No foul calls. I mean, it's just ridiculous. Stephanie White was completely out-coached. Stephanie White is a joke. The organization is a joke. The medical staff is a joke. I've seen enough. This thing is over. Free Caitlin Clark.
That clip says a lot, doesn't it? And whether you agree with every reaction or not, it's impossible to ignore how emotional this conversation has become among WNBA fans. Now, the spotlight shifts to an even bigger question. Why do so many people believe Stephanie White isn't pushing back harder? Critics argue that after every controversial sequence or hard foul on Caitlin Clark, the response from the Fever sidelines feels measured instead of explosive. They point to injury updates, minutes management, and caution as explanations that seem to arrive whenever the team is struggling offensively. To those fans, it creates the appearance that the focus keeps shifting away from the coaching decisions and back onto Clark's physical condition. Then they connect the dots even further. When Indiana's offense stalls, every questionable whistle and every hard collision suddenly becomes part of a much larger narrative in the eyes of frustrated supporters. The referees become the center of attention, Clark's health dominates the headlines, and conversations about offensive execution, rotations, and game planning get pushed into the background. That's why this debate has become so heated across the basketball world. Whether that perception is fair or completely off base, the frustration from fans has reached another level. But what happened next poured even more gasoline on the fire. Watch this.
You are a bum. You're a bum. These refs are bums, man. I'm so sick of this, man. I'm sick of it, man. Man, this team is trash. Stephanie White is trash. Amber Cox, your ass needs to be fired. This is a trash-ass roster you put together.
If body language was a person, it is Caitlin Clark face on it big, because she is definitely sick and tired of the Indiana Fever. She's sick and tired of the referees. Hell, she's sick and tired of all these storylines.
That sequence only fueled the debate even more, didn't it? And this is where the conversation starts crossing from what happened on the frustration reached another level after the explanation that Clark had initiated the contact, a decision many fans strongly disagreed with. From there, criticism spread beyond the officiating. Some supporters began asking why there wasn't a stronger public response from the Fever or a louder push for greater consistency in how the game was being called. Others questioned whether the league should do more to protect all players and ensure confidence in officiating standards. Those are real questions fans have been debating across social media and sports shows alike. Then the discussion took another dramatic turn. Some frustrated voices even suggested the mounting pressure on the team, the lopsided losses, and growing expectations around Clark had created a situation where everyone, from the coaching staff to league leadership, was under an even brighter spotlight. That's a serious claim, and there is no evidence that anyone is intentionally trying to force Clark out or orchestrate event behind the scenes. But the fact that so many fans are asking tough questions shows just how much scrutiny surrounds every Fever game right now. And what happened next only made this entire controversy explode even further. You're going to want to see this.
I did not see that happen. I don't, none of our teams saw it happen, because I promise you, if we would have seen that happen, we would have had her back. Unfortunately, this type of shit happens every single game to her, and the league and the refs do absolutely nothing about it.
That's the problem right there. They do nothing. They turned a blind eye to it. They act like they don't even see it.
After that, emotions reached a boiling point. For many fans, this stopped being just another heated regular season debate and became a symbol of the pressure surrounding the league's biggest star. Clark was clearly battling through pain, still competing for every possession, diving into traffic, and refusing to back down. That's exactly why so many supporters admire her toughness. But they also argue that carrying such a heavy offensive load while absorbing constant physical play makes every game feel like an uphill battle. That frustration finally seemed to spill over in one unforgettable moment. Clark's emotional outburst instantly became the clip everyone was sharing, replaying, and debating. To some, it was a reaction of a fierce competitor who had simply reached her limit after a series of calls she believed were unfair. To others, it represented something much bigger, a public statement that she wanted her concerns to be heard. Either way, the moment captured just how intense the spotlight has become around every whistle, every collision, and every possession involving the WNBA's biggest attraction. But what happened after that emotional explosion completely changed the direction of the story. Watch this next.
This is the most dumbest coach in the league. Stephanie, hey, I keep saying this. You got Stephanie, please stop just putting in 6:30 to 3:30, clock out, go home, eat dinner, and hang out with your... Stop. Please, put in the extra time. Put in the extra work. Get to the facility early. Leave the facility late. We are in the season.
That last moment is exactly why this story has divided the basketball world. One side sees Clark's emotional reactions as proof that the pressure is finally catching up to her. The other sees them as a response of an ultra-competitive superstar who has been battling through physical play, non-stop expectations, and constant scrutiny every single night. That's why every viral clip sparks another massive debate online. From there, some of the strongest accusations began circulating across social media. Critics argued that the league benefits enormously from Clark's popularity through television ratings, sold-out arenas, and record-breaking attention, while questioning whether enough is being done to protect its biggest stars. Others went much further, suggesting there was a coordinated effort involving coaches, officials, and league leadership. Those allegations have generated millions of views online, but there is no verified evidence supporting claims of a coordinated campaign or intentional effort to harm or undermine Clark. What is undeniable is that her presence has transformed the WNBA spotlight, and every controversial whistle now becomes national news within minutes. And just when everyone thought this controversy had reached its peak, one final twist left fans absolutely stunned. You need to see how this ends.
She put the dagger, but you let the. But the point I'm making is that there's reports that it's like the team, there's a division in the team. But clearly when you see on the court and look at the scoreboard, it's far from that. So I mean, if y'all want to address it, I mean clearly the stats and the play tells it all. But if you guys want to address it,
that final clip brought this entire controversy full circle. What started as one emotional moment against the Valkyries has grown into one of the biggest talking points of the 2026 WNBA season. Fans continue to debate Clark's workload, the level of physical defense she faces, Indiana's offensive approach, and whether officiating has been consistent. Those are legitimate basketball discussions, and they are likely to continue all season long. But it's important to separate those debates from claims. Every whistle is dissected by millions of fans, analysts, and former players. That's the reality of being the biggest star in women's basketball. Whether you believe she's being officiated unfairly or think this is simply the intensity that comes with elite competition, one thing is certain. The conversation isn't slowing down anytime soon. Now it's your turn. Do you think Caitlin Clark is receiving the same protection that every franchise superstar deserves? Or is this simply playoff-level physical basketball playing out under the brightest spotlight? Drop your take in the comments because this debate is far from over. And if you want fearless WNBA coverage, breaking news, behind-the-scenes analysis, and the biggest stories before everyone else. Hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the WNBA Vibe community. We'll keep bringing you the facts, the biggest moments, and the stories everyone will be talking about next.
Going on with this. I don't like what's going on with this. At some point, as a Caitlin Clark fan, if that's what you are, or whatever your stance is, it's time for you to stand up. The Indiana Fever are playing games. The Indiana Fever are treating the fans like they are idiots. And all of a sudden, the Indiana Fever are trying to use Caitlin Clark's fans to the benefit of everyone else.
If you're a passionate WNBA fan, this is a moment where your voice matters most. The debate over Caitlin Clark, the officiating, and the Indiana Fever has become one of the biggest stories in basketball. Fans have raised tough questions about physical play, officiating consistency, coaching decisions, and player protection, and those conversations aren't going away anytime soon. But it's also important to separate opinion from fact. There is no verified evidence that Stephanie White, league officials, or the WNBA are involved in a coordinated effort to force Clark out or intentionally sabotage her career. Now the spotlight shifts to the fans. Do you believe the WNBA needs to do more to protect its biggest stars? Has the officiating been consistent this season? And what changes, if any, should Indiana make moving forward? Let everyone know where you stand in the comments, because this is a conversation the entire basketball world is watching. If you enjoyed this breakdown and want more breaking WNBA news, exclusive analysis, game reactions, and the biggest Caitlin Clark stories before everyone else, make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join the WNBA Vibe community. Share this video with fellow basketball fans. Keep the discussion going, and we'll see you in the next one.
Coach is even worse. This whole front office needs to go. Caitlin Clark.
And if you're enjoying fearless WNBA coverage that digs into the biggest stories shaping the league, don't forget to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and become part of the WNBA Vibe community. Every week, we're breaking down the hottest debates, biggest moments, and the stories everyone will be talking about next. Caitlin Clark's future, the Indiana Fever's direction, officiating standards, and the evolution of the WNBA will continue to dominate headlines as the season unfolds. We'll be here covering every twist, every controversy, and every game-changing moment with balanced analysis and the latest updates. The conversation is far from over, and neither is the season. Thanks for watching WNBA Vibe, and we'll catch you in the next video.